Tuesday. It is your girl, Coach Cheryl, and I'm so excited to be with you all on tonight. I'm not going to be on here long, so I'm going to ask you all as you join to like and share. I got some things I want to download on tonight, so get ready. We're going to run. I'm not going to do a lot of preliminaries. Those that know me, my name is Cheryl Thomas, minister, best-selling author, certified Christian life coach, yada, 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 all of that. Tonight, we are going to talk about publishing your book. And I'm going to be talking about the real truth of becoming an author. So if you are an aspiring author, if you know one, if you think you want to write a book, if it's been weighing on your mind heavy and you want some insight and we want to talk about the real nitty gritty, what people don't usually talk about, what they don't tell you about, this is a live that you want to either watch it like right now live or you want to watch the replay. So be sure to share this with somebody that you know that has really been endeavoring to write a book. And hey, also let me know that you're here, so say hello in the comments so I can personally greet you and say hello to you. Like I said, I'm not gonna be here long. I'm just going to really get into the nitty gritty, the real truth about becoming an author. I remember before I wrote my first book, hey Deborah, thanks so much for joining. Before I wrote my first book in 2007 is when I published my first book. I knew that I wanted to write a book, that I had a book in me probably 10 years prior to that. And it took me forever and a push from one of my coaches just to say, just do it. It took a push for me to actually get busy about doing it. And so I want to talk to you, and I'm going to give you some really, really quick statistics about first-time authors, what the stats say about that. And I want to see if you see yourself anywhere in this. So if you have a book in you, you know that God has told you to write a book. You know that you have information that will be life-changing for people, that will help change the trajectory of their future, of their present. And you have been, you've been hesitating, you've been procrastinating about that. I want to talk some real figures and some real facts to you really quickly on tonight. And so I'm just going to drop some of these on you on tonight. And the first thing that I want to drop, our first stat, is that 81% of people believe that they have a book in them. 81%. So the vast majority of people walking the planet believe they have something of value to say that other people need to hear. 81% excuse me, of people. And if you think that you are in this percentage, I want you to let me know in the comments. Are you a part of this 81%? Just let me know. Either put a thumbs up or just say yes in the comments. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I still want to see if you consider yourself in this number. You believe that you have a book in you, because 81% of people do. I'm going to share. Val says yes, she has a book in her. All right. Anybody else? Let me know in the comments if you feel that you have a book in you. Number one, I'm not just asking this just so y'all can put a comment in there, but I'm asking you to make a declaration that God has put something on the inside of you that other people need. So I'm asking you to kind of come out of hiding. So let me know in the comments if you believe you have a book in you. So I'm going to share our second stat. It says 97% of people who start writing a book never finish. I want y'all to let that stat sink in. Of that 81% of people who believe they have a book in them, 97% of them start, but they don't finish. out of that percentage. Y'all know how big that is, right? 97%. You start out writing, ooh, I'm going to, get this book out that's going to either, help people draw closer to the Lord, help people in their finances, help people start a business, help people learn how to budget, help people learn how to do whatever. That book that's on the inside of you, 97% started writing, never finished. So this is my second question for those of you that are watching live and those that will watch the replay. Have you started? Have you started your book? Let me know in the comments. Have you started? And I don't mean that you got like 5 chapters in, 20 chapters in, or however long you're anticipating your book to. Have you started and you got like a page done? You got 2 pages done, 2 paragraphs done. You have the book title. Have you started? You know what the content of that book is going to be about. Have you started? Okay, Val says she started multiple times. Okay, let me put this up there. Hold on. All right. Val says she started multiple times. Thank you for starting. That is one of the biggest barriers, is just starting, taking the idea or the concept that God has put in your mind and actually starting to pen that to paper. So kudos for you, Valerie, for even just starting. So that was the second question. Have you started? Now let me jump to the third stat that I want you all to see. It says, from a survey of 1,000 people who began writing, only 30 finished. Out of this survey that they did of 1,000 aspiring authors that started writing their book, only 30 finished. Hey, Princess Ella, thanks so much for joining. She says she started too many times. But y'all think about that number. 1,000 people started writing a book, but only 30% of them finished that book. But even saying that one, I want you all to listen to this last statistic that I'm going to give you from that. Now remember, 1,000 people were asked about starting their book. Only 30 of them finished. But this is the stat that blows my mind. Because out of the 30 people that finished their book, only 6 people will publish it. Okay, so let's roll that back. Let's think about this. 1,000 people started writing a book. 30 people finished it. Only 6 publish it. So 1,000 people believed so much in what they had to say that they started it. 30 people out of that believed in so much in what they had to say that they finished it. But out of those 30 people, only 6 will publish it. And you are so right, Val. Val says it is not for the faint of heart. It is not. But here's the thing. I want to talk about what's the difference between the 1,000 people and the 6. What bridges that gap that will get you from starting the book to not just finishing the book, but actually publishing it so that people can benefit from what you say? And it's one word: discipline. That's all it takes, y'all. It's not the smartest person that finishes writing their book. It's not the person with the most money that finishes their book. It's not the people with the most connections that finish their book. It's the person with the discipline to finish. Because after publishing 8 books, having completed about 10 to 12, that's all it is. It's discipline. It is saying that every day I am going to write until this book is complete. It is not giving up on yourself. It is not giving up on the promised transformation that your book is going to be in somebody else's life. And that's how you have to see it, in my opinion, to complete a book, is you have to see not just the journey, or not just the task of writing the book, you have to be able to, like Jesus when he was on the cross, look past the cross and he said, for the joy that he saw beyond the cross, for the joy that he saw beyond that cross, whose lives were going to be changed because he endured this. That's what you have to see as an author. You have to see the transformation that you're going to bring to the people that are going to be receiving whatever message that you're giving. So like I said, if your book is about ministry, if your book is about finances, if your book is about parenting, if your book is about marriage, if your book is about investing, whatever that is, you have to see the help that you're going to be providing and how whatever God has given you to say is going to bless somebody. And so when you have that in your mind, you have that why and they're really strong, you'll be disciplined and you'll set a schedule. What I understand about most people that start writing books is that they think that you're going to have like this unction every day to write. No, I didn't complete 8 books because every day I felt like writing. But I made a commitment that whether I feel like it or not, I'm going to make a commitment to write every day till this book is complete. Even if some days I write 5 sentences, some days I write 5 paragraphs, some days I write 5 pages. But every day until this book is complete, I am going to do something. I will not let a day pass by. I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care if I don't feel like it. I make a decision, discipline. I discipline myself. Like Paul says, I beat my body and I make it come up under subjection. Oh, you're going to write this book. You're going to finish this book. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you don't feel like it. The people that God has called you to bless are going to need the ministry that is in this book. And when I say ministry, a lot of times people think that it's always got to be something on spiritual growth. It could be something on personal growth. It could be financial growth. It could be wisdom for parenting, wisdom for marriage. It could be, how to start a business. All of that is ministry. And so I want you to broaden your scope of what you think ministry is, because it is not just spiritual ministry, the things that we get inside of the walls of the church. And so discipline is what you need. And what I've also found outside of discipline, and I should have put this out there as well, outside of discipline, and I'm going to actually just make a quick little thing for it, because I believe that this is just as important as discipline. And I'm going to, let's see. And I hope I'm saying that right. I hope I spelled it right. The next thing you'll need is community and accountability. Because community and accountability will help you with discipline. Knowing that you have told somebody that this is a goal that I want, this is something that I'm seeking to do. When you have somebody to be accountable to and a community that's behind you, that's rooting you on, that asks you, hey, where are you on your book project? How far are we in? When will we get a copy? That is going to help you actually do what you said God told you to do. There is nothing like accountability that will push you forward, that will actually hold your feet to the fire to do what is in your heart to do. And so I believe totally in having someone keep me accountable. And so typically when I am coaching someone for self-publishing, I'm typically doing that on a one-on-one basis. But I decided to actually, I'm going to move this. What I actually decided to do was to do it in a group forum on this time. And so I have a course coming up called Before You Do, Everything You Need to Know Before You Publish Your First or Next Book. Because what I realize is what stops a lot of people from taking that next step to go from I finished my book till here it is available for the masses is that there's so many unknowns and you have a fear of the unknown. So you won't find out what it takes to publish a book. You don't find out where there's some great publishing platforms. You don't find out who can edit your book for you. You don't find out how much it'll cost you to get the book cover done and get the inside pages formatted. You won't find out what it means, what an ISBN, or an EAN barcode. You won't even know what that is. And so you see all the moving parts that it takes to actually, publish your own book, that you are overwhelmed by it. And so it stops you dead in your track, because you're like, well, traditional publishers aren't after me because I don't have a big enough audience, especially if you don't have at least 25,000 people to market a book to that will basically, they know that are going to buy a book. A traditional publisher is not going to publish you anyway. And so self-publishing is most people's only recourse to actually getting a book out to market. But you are so afraid of that you just don't do it. And so that's one of the reasons why I actually decided to do this course and to do it in a small group setting. It's called Before You Do. It is happening this Saturday at 11 a.m. online. So you don't have to drive anywhere. You can just pull up your computer, and for several hours, I am going to be walking you through step-by-step process on what it takes to publish your own book. And let me tell you, my family will tell you, I am a no fluff person. I don't like small talk. I don't do that well. I am a cut to the chase kind of girl. And so this is going to be a nitty gritty, nuts and bolts. Do this, do that, go here, go there, get this, get that. A step-by-step process that you can walk away with a blueprint of what it takes to publish your book on your own, how much money you should look to spend on all of these items, so that if you have, book publishing in your future and you are saving towards it, you know how much money you need to do this on your own. And so it's 5 modules that we'll go through, and we'll do the first one. It's called Getting Started, and we'll talk about traditional publishing versus self-publishing, what the publishing arena looks like and how to maneuver in that arena, and whether or not traditional is even an option for you. Then we'll also talk about after we getting started, and I'm going to pull it up so I won't be saying it wrong. We're going to talk about making sure that your book is presented well. Where do I go if I need somebody to edit my book and to edit it professionally? What kinds of editing are available, and what should I be looking for? We're going to talk about book covers and how they matter so much. We're going to talk about formatting your book. We're going to talk about ISBNs, copyrights, EAN barcodes, how to make sure that you have everything that you need so that you can get your book into bookstores, because without certain things, your book won't even be able to go there. We're going to talk about publishing platforms. Who should you publish it with? Should it be Amazon KDP? Should it be Ingram Spark? Should it be Barnes & Noble Press? Who is available, and what does that cost look like for me to do that? We're going to also talk about, what I call guerrilla marketing, getting your book noticed, using all of the tools that are necessary to make sure that you aren't the only person, you and the 12 people around you aren't the only person that knows about your book that is going to buy your book. Because it's not enough, even after the 6 people publish it, somebody's got to buy it, to make up for all of that information. Somebody's got to read it to actually get the benefit for that. So the course is still open for those of you who are just sitting on the fence and you are wondering, should I do the course? Should I not do the course? Should I just Google this? Should I just YouTube this and try to figure it out on my own? What I have learned is, especially in our community, sometimes we don't like to invest in ourselves to get information in one place that we can just go with it. We'd rather spend months researching something and getting so many answers from so many places, and then wondering why we don't end up with the kind of product that we want to. And so, like I said, I've been writing books since I can remember, but I've been publishing them since 2007. So I have a great deal of wealth and information about what that process looks like. The easiest and the least expensive route to get you to what you want to spend the least amount of money, but still have a super professional looking book, sounding book. You don't want the cover to be beautiful and then they have typos all throughout. So anyway, I'd love to have you join me on this Saturday at 11. Just go to this link, bit.ly / before you do. The class is a 2-hour, 5-module course. I believe this is the first time that I've ever done a group session for self-publishing. I do it one-on-one coaching, but if I'm remembering correctly, I don't think I've ever done it in a group format. And so, but I'm going to make sure that I keep it really small so that I can give you the attention and you can ask questions. And as much as I know to be able to help you, I will help you. Because here's the thing. I want to see the body of Christ use every tool available to us to minister to people. Whether that is ministering the gospel of Christ, whether that is ministering how to, manage your money, how to get your credit right, whether that is managing your relationships, family relationships, marriages, parenting, whether that is learning how to start businesses, whatever God has put in your heart to be able to share to his people. I want you to be able to do that, do it effectively, and do it professionally, exceptionally well. So I'd love to have you all join me in that class. Again, the link is there, and I'm going to, I'm going to drop it in the comments as well. Let me see if I can, y'all. I think I put that in there. So hopefully you'll be able to see it. Let's see, hold up. I think I just put it on YouTube, but I'm going to try to make sure I have it on Facebook as well. So, okay, they're out there, but I did it on Facebook twice, but you'll see that link. Hit that link tonight. I want to see you in class on Saturday because I want to be able to help as many people as want to write a book, to be able to get it done. So thank you all so much for joining me on tonight. I love you all with the love of the Lord, and I look absolutely forward to seeing you on Saturday. And if, let's say, you are not the person that writes the books, be sure to share this. Share this with somebody. Somebody on your timeline may be that person, and they may need to be in that class. So thank you all so much, and I look forward to seeing you on the next time. Good night.